Welcome to the first video of me, Patrick from Productive Pet. Today we're going to create a digital student bullet journal bundle with lots of spreads to get you going in case you have a semester ahead and need some organization inspo. First, some general thoughts about the bundle. It is themed with symbols that match university, school or college, meaning we have beverages, pens, notebooks, etc. They are all surrounded by blobs, which make it look like a stream of school stuff. The bundle itself is black and white because you either want to color code everything according to your classes or you want to color it in your own style. As a quick note at the beginning, I want to mention that this bundle includes many spreads, but you will probably not need to use them all. I just wanted to give you a nice collection of different spreads so you have a selection to choose from and can decide yourself what you need to organize during your semester. While you see me finish the title page of the bundle, here are some facts about me. I'm Patrick, I'm 26 and I have been to university for a couple of years. I am a bullet journalist for almost 7 years now and it helped me staying organized and becoming more productive. So I want to give you the opportunity to achieve this as well. That's why I started Productive Pet. Since I create my bullet journal anyways, I thought, why not also sharing my spreads with you? You may get inspired by them. However, if you don't have the time to do them yourself, I currently design digital bullet journal bundles and sell them on Etsy. Every month I choose a theme and create a bundle, and if possible, offer it in a colored version and in a black and white version. I even create undated bundles such that if you would like to have a theme from my shop, but the specific month is already over, you can still have that theme for someone else. In addition to the monthly bundles, I'm also working on a planner that might be published later this year, and hope it gets done in time. Fingers crossed, guys. The rather elegant cursive and the capital letter font will be used throughout the whole bundle. The same applies to the doodles, of course. The first spread of this bundle is the semester overview. Here I wrote the days of the month from September until February, one after the other, creating a block of numbers so that no week is split in more than one line just because a new month begins. That way you have a better representation of the weeks ahead. This is not for tracking all details of your semester, but it gives you a nice overview of when you have which events you want to see at a glance. I personally added exams, presentations and deadlines there, but you can also indicate when there are holidays. The next spread is a timetable. I think you all know what a timetable is. However, as a student, there is almost nothing more important than time management during your semester. I'm kidding, okay? But this timetable gives you the opportunity to schedule everything you need and want that should be part of your week. What do I mean with what you need and want? Well, obviously you will need to know when your classes are, so you add them as blocks depending on their time. Additionally, you can also block some time for things you want to do every week, like specific workout times or when you will have lunch and dinner, etc. On the bottom of the page, I also added a color code section to have up to 8 categories that come into your timetable. The spread afterwards is the class information. This now is somewhat of a tabular representation of what you wrote down in the timetable, with additional information about your professor, their email address, and the place where your course is. The spread holds up to 3 classes, but can always be duplicated in case you have more classes to write down the information about. Such a spread can be handy in case your university is like the one I was at, because there I needed several different websites and a couple of mails in order to have all the information I needed when it came to one class. So having such a class information spread can definitely come in handy. Next in our list of spreads for the digital student bullet journal bundle is the projects overview. This is a good one, believe me. I really enjoyed using this spread myself. It is really simple. The spread has 6 boxes for up to 6 classes, and for every class you can write a list of projects that are to be done for the semester. Whether you have a presentation, an assignment, a midterm or a final exam, this spread helps you to see what needs to be done for what class, and during the semester you can tick off one by one, which to me is the most satisfying feeling as a student. The next spread will be split into 2 pages and is the assignment tracker. You see a vertical monthly overview from September until February, with 3 of the 6 months on each page, where every day has 1 line. On the bottom you see that I added a color code section for 6 classes, so you could again use colors to distinguish which assignment belongs to which class. I personally enjoyed having this assignment tracker and could not have lived without it. I wrote down every assignment, big and small, at its respective due date. If you like ticking boxes, as bullet journalists typically do, you can also use your task bullet to see if you already finished the assignment. The next spread is a grades tracker. This one might seem familiar to you, given the fact that I already had a projects tracker a couple of pages ago. And this also is a quite similar approach, but in the grades tracker, you can also add the information to which weight the assignment is affecting your final grade and what grade you got for it. I personally provided both the project tracker and the grades tracker since I see a value in both, but would choose the one or the other depending on your preference. All following spreads focus on the day-to-day hustle of a student and are often suggestions on how your digital bullet journal could look like. The first here is an example monthly spread, which has a weekly to-do section, a monthly to-do section and a notes section, aside from the monthly overview. This is how most of my own monthly spreads looked like. The top 3 priorities of the week helped me to focus on what is important, rather than trying to do everything at once. Sometimes you cannot assign a task to a specific day or not even to a specific week, but you know it needs to be done this month, so you can write it into the monthly to-do list. If you have additional things that kinda don't fit in either of the sections, just write it in the notes section. It might be that somewhere during the semester you need to organize yourself or your team for a specific project. Then this project tracker might be helpful. You start with writing down the core information like the course for which you do the project name as well as its due date. Afterwards, I added a status bar which you can fill the more you reach the end of the project. A notes section underneath helps to either track some meeting minutes, jot down the most important facts, or is the right place for some sketches of a prototype if you need to create something. Lastly, this spread also has a place for steps where you can list the tasks you need to do in the planned box and track what has actually been done in the actual box. The following spread is called Studying Planner, and it basically helps to track your progress on studying for a test or an exam. On the top you can enter the info which exam you need to study for and when it is. Then you can name all chapters or topics you need to study and can schedule dates for when you write your notes, study them and review them. For every section, notes, study and review, there are 2 columns, ones for the dates and ones for tick boxes, which help to see the progress of your study sessions. The current spread is a study tracker, which is a simple tracker of the hours studied per day. Every half line of this dotted grid is a day, and you can track up to 4 hours of studying. This spread works analogously to other monthly trackers like a habit tracker or a mood tracker. The last 2 spreads that I created for this bundle are weekly spreads that I personally use too. The first weekly spread is a vertical layout with a box for tasks and another box that can track your events in a time blocking manner, where the time from 5 AM until 10 PM is available. The long notes section helps to write down important events or deadlines from the week afterwards, or to write down assignments of which you do not already know when you will be able to do them. Time blocking is a really helpful tool, especially for students. The second weekly spread, which simultaneously is the last spread of the Digital Student Bullet Journal bundle, has a lot to offer. and when I say a lot, I really mean it. The right side is split in several parts, starting with a little study log where you can now track up to 8 hours of studying per day. Below that we have a habit tracker. If you are one of those who love to track their habits on your weekly spread, please feel free to do so with this one. Below we have a big note section and dedicated next week section, again to write down what comes up the week afterwards. The whole left side of the spread is for the days of the week, where one day has several sections. One large section for your events and tasks of the day, and additional 4 sections to write down your meals. Breakfast, lunch, dinner and a snack. That's the reason why I am about to write B, L, D and S in the corresponding cells. Well, I think we have now reached the end of this video, and the only thing to come is a little flip through of the digital student bullet journal bundle. I hope you found inspiration for your own bullet journal, independent of whether you use a physical or digital bullet journal, and if you would love to have such a bundle yourself but don't want to take the time to create the spreads on your own, the bundle is also available on my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box below, and you can also find the link on my channel. With that, I want to thank you for watching. If you have come this far, please give the video a thumbs up, and if you feel like it, I would love to discuss your thoughts on the bundle in the comments. For more videos like this, where I show you how I create digital but also physical bullet journal spreads, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a new video. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!